Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Gaura Hari Jaya Gaura Hari Nitai Gaura Chandra Gaura Hari Jaya Jaya Gaura Hari Jaya Gaura Hari Nitai Gaura Chandra Gaura Hari Jaya Gaura Hari Jaya Gaura Hari Jaya Gaura Chandra Gaura Hari Prabhupada 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada God Premanandi Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Yashoda Nandana Prajajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Prajajana Ranjana
Prabhu comes, it will come after.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Pariguracharya Stottra to Shri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Pariguracharya Stottra to Shri Srimad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai. ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nama Acharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव शादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपी गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंद राधा कुंद गिरि गोवर्धन की जय श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय श्री मायपुर धाम की जय जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय गंगा माई की जय यमुना माई की जय तुलसी देवी की जय भक्ति देवी की जय श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय नित्य गौर प्रेमानंदे. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Spada Bodha Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamana Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachara Nirveshashwani Vachapnitavani. Hare Krishna. So today we are going to be discussing a topic that is one of the 26 qualities of a Vaishnava behavior. As we mentioned on, I believe it was New Year's Eve, that we would be starting to address topics that involves community building, Vaishnava qualities, how we can apply it in our daily devotional life, and actually see the importance of it. So today I chose the topic Maitra, friendship. And I would like us to go to verse Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, verse 22. We will chant the verse together, and I'm thinking if we can pull up either on the smartphones or get the books if we need, we can do that, so that we can also read together the English translation and the purport. I will start with the Sanskrit, and I will request devotees, once we go through it 3 times, to please chant. Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Ye Jana Paryupashate Tesham Nitya Bhiyuktanam Yoga Shemam Vahamyaham Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Ye Jana Paryupashate Tesham Nitya Bhiyuktanam Yoga Shema Vahamyaham Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Ye Jana Paryupashate Tesham Nitya Bhiyuktanam Yoga Shema Vahamyaham Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupashate tesham nityabhiyuktanam Yogashemam vahamyaham. We can have 2 devotee men and 2 women to please chant. One more on the men's side. Jitmitra, do you want to try? Two on the women's side. Rukmini, do you want to try? We'll go for the word forward. Ananya, having no other object. Chintayanta, concentrating. Mam, on me. Ye, those who. Jana, persons. Paryupashate, properly worship. Tesham, of them. Nitya, always. Abhiyuktanam, fixed in devotion. Yoga, requirements. Shemam, protection. Vahami, carry. Aham, I. Srila Prabhupada's purport and translation. But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack, and I preserve what they have. This is a very common and popular verse in ISKCON. It's a very nice verse if we can try to memorize. So we'll read the purport. One who is unable to live for a moment without Krishna consciousness cannot but think of Krishna 24 hours a day, being engaged in devotional service by hearing, chanting, remembering, offering prayers, worshiping, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, rendering other services, cultivating friendship, and surrendering fully to the Lord. Such activities are all auspicious and full of spiritual potencies which make the devotee perfect in self-realization, so that his only desire is to achieve the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such a devotee undoubtedly approaches the Lord without difficulty. This is called yoga. By the mercy of the Lord, such a devotee never comes back to this material condition of life. Shema refers to the merciful protection of the Lord. The Lord helps the devotee to achieve Krishna consciousness by yoga, And when he becomes fully Krishna conscious, the Lord protects him from falling down to a miserable condition life. Om Aganati Mirandyasa, Gyana Gyana Shalakaya Chakshur Onliminam Te Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha, Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Parvanityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is a very powerful verse, literally teaching us the different ways that we can remember Krishna 24/7. And we know that it's such a challenge, including myself, to remember Krishna 24/7, because out of the 24 hours, 8-9 hours we work. It's difficult to remember Krishna when you have to deal with your manager, your boss, your supervisor, your colleagues, your co-workers, and issues. It's very, very difficult. But the Lord has also give us different aspects, like he said, hearing, chanting, remembering, offering prayers, worshiping, serving, rendering service, cultivating friendship, and surrendering. So I want to focus upon the point of cultivating friendship. Because in this age of Kali, it's very difficult to do things on our own. It is a challenge. At least for me it is. It's a huge challenge. Like when I look back in my devotional life, there is no way I could have grown Krishna conscious, and I'm still growing, I'm not even there at all, that I could do it alone. I always have to be reminded, always have to be told, I need, once a while a call, a check-in, little things. We need friendship, we need devotees. We need devotees to help us to remember, Krishna, Like, I think this afternoon I shared that on February 8th, India as a whole, they have released a stamp of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur on February 8th in the honor of his 150th appearance, which falls on February 29th. When we see little things like that, we say, Krishna, you're waking me up, you're remembering, you're helping me to remember. Little things like that we need to help us to remember the Lord, even if it's for a moment. But we cannot do that, because actually that stamp was sent to me by another devotee in New Vrindavan, out of the blue. So again, it takes one devotee friend to send it to another. And that's why we need devotee friendship. So sometimes when we come to the path of Krishna consciousness, when we come to the path of spiritual life, it's very difficult for us, or sometimes we have a challenge to understand what is friendship. We know what it is before we became a devotee, when we grew up in school, college. The friends are of a different set. But when we come to Krishna consciousness, we're trying to scratch our head, this is a very interesting group, very weird group. How many friends can I make friendship with, So if we look at the definition, this is the Webster definition of friendship. It's the state of enduring affection, esteem, intimacy, and trust between two people. Relationship of mutual affection between two people. Now, this is a Webster dictionary definition. But if we try to break down each of the meaning, affection, esteem, intimacy, trust, relationship, if we take a step back and we think, we go to Krishna for that. Right? At some point, we go and ask the Lord, give me this, I want to do this. Like, we build a connection with the Lord. We build a trust with the Lord. We build affection. We build, service. We create a friendship with the Lord. At least for me, I'm not at the stage to realize, is the Lord reciprocating with me? How do we know? I was told by our acharyas is that the Lord reciprocates through his devotees. So if we want friendship, we have to start thinking, okay, you know what? I'm not so advanced to see that the Lord is reciprocating with me by giving me love and trust and affection and care, but he's showing me through his devotees. Do I see that? That's the key point. The Lord does give us good friends. No doubt about that. The point is, are we seeing or finding a good friend? And sometimes based on our cultural barriers, our upbringing, our what have you, we have always been told, keep quiet, don't say anything, push it under the rug. You know, I was listening, this was I think during COVID or before COVID, I don't remember, but in the Cumberland Valley School, you know, in Mechanicsburg, there was a lot of issue of racism, sadly, in that school. I believe it was after, I'm sure it was during COVID, I remember that. And a lot of parents approached the district superintendent and said how upset they were that a particular group of students were being affected. And they were all Asians. And when I say Asians, I don't only mean Indians. They were Koreans, they were Chinese, they were Vietnamese, they were Nigerians, they were Filipinos. That part, what we call the third world country, all that countries, the kids, they were all affected. And I read an article in the news, in the newspaper, and it really hurt me. Because one of the parent said, and she's actually Indian-bodied, she says, I taught my daughter to tolerate. We come from a culture of keep your mouth zipped, tolerate, and whatever they do to you, just take it. And after 16 years, and she's 16 years old at the time, and she was going through a lot of, issues of how to deal with this racism issue happening in the schools. And I was like, whoa. And she said, that is the biggest mistake I did. I should not have taught my kids that. So we have to look for good friends. It exists. It really does. Now, the next question is, who is a good friend? We always ask, who is a good friend? Who is a good friend, right? So a good friend, and this is actually pulled from an article that was written by a senior Prabhupada disciple. Her name is Her Grace Pranada Devidasi. She wrote few books, very lovely books, and this is one that I took from one of her books. She said a good friend is one who is trustworthy. The foundation of a good friendship is trust. We can confide without any fear of judgment, any fear of betrayal. That's a good friend. I honestly can say that I have experienced that, and I do have 2-3 good friends that they don't judge me for who I am. They accept me for who I am. And that is very comforting when we know that we have a good friend that will accept us for who we are and not judge us. Another one is communication, which is very important key in friendship. Because when we communicate, right, it builds the bonds, it makes the bond stronger. For example, many of us here are grihastas, we are married. Imagine if you don't communicate with your wife. It might be a happy thing for the husband because they don't want to hear the wife nagging, right, Matajis? That's what we hear from them sometimes. But imagine if the women don't communicate with the husband. Just for a moment, just think if there is no communication in a marriage, what happens to the marriage? Someone said, yes, no, please tell me, Mona. It'll fall apart. Same thing with friendship. If there is no communication within the friendship, it will fall apart. That's how it works. The next is empathetic. Understanding the feelings of others, being a good listener, supportive, It's not easy. Especially in a marriage, I know, for the men, they'll say, my wife just keeps nagging. She gives me and then we're like, okay, we just talk, and then it just goes over our head for the men, right? And then for the women, the complaints that I've heard is, but only talk about work, talk about promise, talk about bills, talk about finances, talk about that, right? So it's a very common thing. But still, they want to be heard. Giving that ear, understanding the feelings, being a good listener, a shoulder to lean on. And I'm sure many of us have come through that, have gone through the process where we feel, geez, do I have a good friend that I can lean on? They will listen to me even if I ramble, right? And they will just understand my feelings. That's a good friend. Another one is someone who's reliable. I need a friend that I can rely on. When I'm in desperate need, they are there for me. Action and in words. Reliable. Next is respect. A good friend is someone who respects who I am, what is my behavior, physical and emotional. Whether I'm right or wrong, they will still accept me for who I am. Whether I differ, they still respect me. It's not like, we have differences, so we're going to cut. I'm very sure in all marriages we have differences. It happens. There is no a man and a woman where they fit perfectly in the whatchamacallit? In a jigsaw puzzle. It doesn't happen. I know that. I'm yet to meet a couple where everything just goes beautifully in sync. I haven't met one yet, but if I do meet one, I will offer my thunderbolts to them, but I haven't met one. Again, it doesn't exist in a marriage, right? So that is the key point in a friendship, is respecting, even if we do, Shri Nitai Gaura Chandra ki, Jagnabhasabhadra ki jai. So even if we differ in a marriage, we don't say, you know what, I like blue, you like red, let's get a divorce. I like Chinese, you like Italian, whatever. I like khichdi, you like pulao. Okay, we're not saying eye to eye. That's it. Problem closed. It falls apart. We don't do that. We really work out the differences, and we accept the difference, and we embrace it. Same thing in a friendship. Everything that we see in a marriage is actually applies to a friendship. The thing is, we what's the word? We separate it. We draw a boundary, but it's the same thing. The last point, loyalty. No matter what, ups or downs, I will walk by your side. Ups or downs, regardless, I will be there by your side. That's a good friend. And of course, humor. Every once in a while, we all like humor. We want someone to make us laugh. Right? And I'm sure we all are waiting and looking and really need a good friend like that. Now, how many of us here can honestly say that we have a good friend like that right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, the women need help. 8. Okay, we got to help the women. Okay. We'll work on that. But a good friend is important. Important. I remember when I was giving birth to both my girls, actually my first daughter, both my girls were home birth. And my first daughter, we had 3 Matajis, 3 of my god sisters with me. And of course my husband was there. And there were times where I felt that I needed my husband, and there were times I felt like I needed a woman next to me, And all these 3 women were amazing, because my first labor was very, 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 very long. And they really stood by me, ups or downs. One was massaging my leg, one was massaging my other leg, one was massaging my hand. It took friends. It was amazing, and that's when I realized the power of friendship, you know. Even though the births were different, but they stood by me. Even, we have seen movies, right, when women are when they are in labor, they become kind of mean sometimes. Because they're in pain, right? Only they know the pain. Sometimes they can say things that are pretty not nice. We know that because they're in pain, and when they hear too much yabba, 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 they're like, just shut up, right? Because they just want that quietness. But it takes another woman to know and feel her without speaking. That's a good friend. I'm glad to see that the men and the boys have it, and the girls, but we got to work on the women, because it's very important, especially for women. It is so important that we have good friends. We don't need many. We just need at least one, maximum two. We don't need a classroom full of good friends. Then it becomes gossip, I'll be honest. But it's really important that we have a good friend in our lives. It's very important. Now, the next one is, if I have a good friend, how do I keep the good friend? Simplest method. Help that friend when they are in need. In meaning, if they serve us, we serve them. That is what we call the two-way reciprocation, you know. We just don't take. We got to do something back in return. It's really important that we learn the simplest way to keep a good friend is to serve that good friend in return. Simplest method, very, very, very simple. That is the easy and an effective way to develop deep and long-lasting friendship. I have a god sister in Gitanagri. We hardly talk because she's so busy and I'm so busy. Hardly talk. We'll be lucky if we even talk once a year. Really. Lucky, really lucky. If I see her, it's probably in some festival at some Rath Yatra, you know, or something. I hardly see her, she hardly sees me. But when we see each other, we pick up where we left off, like as if there was no space and time between us. That is why that's called deep, long-lasting friendship. You know, I have 2-3 of them like that. We just pick up where we left off. And we don't say, oh, you didn't call me, you didn't talk to me, you didn't do this. We just say, I completely get it, Anasuya. It must be a challenge. And we just roll with it. We don't go back and say, we don't, start doing the blame game. We just pick up where we left off. Because why? We have such a deep, long-lasting relationship that we just act like nothing ever happened. And we just pick up. And the last is, when you have a good friend, never let them go. Never, ever let them go. Keep them, because they are very, very, very rare to find. If you have Krishna in your house and you serve the Lord, would you let the Lord go? Of course not. Same thing. When Krishna sends a good friend, don't let them go. Because the Lord is sending the friend to us. We are just not seeing it. Because we think, Krishna, I pray to you, so you must come before me and give me the answers. No. The Lord works through his devotees. That's how the Lord works. We are not at the level of Prabhupada, we are not at the level of the pure devotees, we are not at the level of the sannyasis or any of them where, they're so pure in everything that they do that they see the Lord. We are so covered up. So the Lord is going to speak through his devotees. And we have to see, oh, Krishna is sending me a friend to help me in ta 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 ta. That's how it works. Now, a question is, like I started off saying, is some people, some devotees have asked me this, Mataji, where do I find a good friend? I left the material world. I don't, hang out with the friends I used to. I don't go to the bar anymore. I don't go to the bowling alley anymore. I don't go to the movies anymore. I don't go to Friday night, Saturday night parties anymore. That's where all my friends were. Where do I find them? Because now my world is getting smaller. Don't you all go through that? Right? The world is getting smaller. It used to be so big. Party and school reunions and, families, and what was so big. But once we say yes to Krishna, it shrinks. It becomes as small when, like, in the small globe, where is the friend? Where do I find them? You can find friends in two places, but it depends whether you want a material friendship or whether you want a spiritual friendship. If we want a material friendship, then we have the whole world out there. The movies, the parties, the reunions and the bars and the, what they call Friday night, what they call that? Happy hour, right? All that, all that. It's all there. But that's very temporary. Or do we want spiritual friendships, which is long-lasting? Material friendships is temporary, because material friendship gives us temporary happiness. Very important point. Material friendships give us temporary happiness. Spiritual friendships gives us permanent happiness. And I'm going to share a very, very short clip of a senior disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami, and he speaks about friendship. You have the mic on, or do I have to do something? I have to increase the volume on my side? Is that what it is? Oh, yeah, I do. Okay. Okay, you come here. Okay, I think I see it.
Have you ever wondered what is true friendship? Just because you party with them every weekend doesn't mean that they are your true friends. If you can share your family problems, your deepest fears, visit temples, and take part in Krishna's Jesus, that's the beginning of true friendship.
That's your answer. A true friendship is someone that we can share our problems. Whether it's family, whether it's personal, our deepest fear, our anything, our troubles, our challenges, anything. And we are not being judged. And they will give us a help. Oops, what happened? Is it good? And they will give us a helping hand. They will not judge us. And they will be there for us. Those are the true friends. The parties are not. I remember many, I don't know if it still exists in Harrisburg or Mechanicsburg, but this was pre-COVID. It's funny how now we say pre-COVID and post-COVID, right? Everything is pre-COVID and post-COVID discussions. Pre-COVID, there was a group of ladies that formed a party event called something jingles, something bingles. I forgot what's it called. I don't remember. Bling, jingle, jingle. I don't know. So it's once a year. I think it's the month of June. And all the women would find babysitters for their children. And the husbands were home, but the husbands couldn't deal with the kids at some time, so they'll find a babysitter. And all the women, about 100 and 200 of them, literally, I was shocked. They would go to this party, and they would have a party. And they sent me, I don't know how many invitations to come for it, and I did not go. I would just say, no, no, no. And at one point, I remember that one of the friend that I know who goes for that sent me some pictures of the party. I couldn't believe what I saw. I couldn't believe what I saw. It was so artificial. It was so temporary. It was so fake, so superficial. It was all just on a superficial level. There was no depth in the friendship. The joke is, half of them that I saw in the group, in the pictures, I know of them because when my daughter used to dance for Bharatanatyam, in different functions, I see these families come and go, and they gossip about each other. So you have a bunch of gossipers coming together and smiling like everything is hunky-dory, and then they go back and they gossip again. That's exactly what they do. And I'm saying, this is crazy. So I would just keep saying, no, no, no. And one time, one of the organizers told my friend, I've been trying to get hold of Anusuya to come for the party, but she always says no. She says, no, she won't come for this crap. You can't get her to come. She's not interested in this stuff. That's exactly what they said. And they stopped sending me invitations. Thank you, Krishna. No more invitations. I got it for 4 years, and I was getting sick and tired of it. Temporary happiness. They are not the true friends. Very nice classic example by Gauranga Prabhu, those that you can open up your heart, share your problems with no hesitation, your challenges, our weaknesses, our strengths, and know that this person will not judge me. This person will embrace me. This person will say, I understand. It's okay. We all go through that. I'm here. That's a true friend. That's exactly what it is. So, and many times we pray to the Lord, Krishna, I'm going through this, I'm going through this, I'm going through all these troubles. Please help me. Right? We all say the praise, please help me. I'm struggling through this challenge and that challenge. I'm all alone. I don't know what to do. I feel like I am the whole, what's the American term? The whole world is crushing. What's that term they say? The what? The world is crushing on my head? Something like that, right? Or the ceiling is going to fall on my head or something like that. We have gone through that stages, right? And we feel all alone. And what happens? We get a phone call from a devotee and says, I haven't seen you. Is everything okay? That is Krishna sending a devotee your way to be the good friend. That is how Krishna responds. He's saying, this devotee needs help. I'm going to send this devotee a friend. That is how the Lord reciprocates by sending us someone that we can trust.
Have you ever wondered what is true?
I think this is... So in today's world, this is our friendship. Don't we all agree? How many of us agree that that is 100% true? Absolutely. We build friendship with electronic devices. We build friendship with house pets, right? And then we'll build friendship by not talking. Look, the circle of young kids holding the laptops, and they're not talking, but they're in a circle, but they're not talking. The reason we build friendships with electronic devices is because the electronic devices don't talk back. That's the problem. We have come to the age where we just want to complain, yang, 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 but we don't want to get the help. Let me complain, but I don't want the results. You just hear my complaint because I want to be a complainer, but I don't want any answers. So I'm just going to spend my time, on the laptop and get all my answers. No one is talking. There is no reciprocation. There are no feelings. Machines don't have feelings. I was reading a news a couple of years ago. Many couples got married over internet during COVID. And half of them ended in divorce. Is it a surprise? there is no connection, no emotions, no friendship, no relation, nothing. The marriage is not by internet. We have made it so impersonal. So we have made friends with this. This is our friendship in today's age. We have stopped writing. I was just realizing how bad my handwriting is. How many of you have the problem? Am I the only? Isn't it? My handwriting is horrendous. It's terrible. It's like chicken scratching, to be honest, because we just do type. You stop writing. So now I have to write very slow to make it look legible, because it's horrendous. It's atrocious. Because our friends have become this. Even with animals, we make friends with the animals. Why? Because the animals just say bow wow, meow meow meow. What does that mean? What does bow wow mean? What does meow 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 mean? There is no reciprocation. That's our friends. When Krishna has given us human beings to make us friends, the answers are there. We have to open our, what they call the gates of, the flood of gates, and let it come through. Krishna is sending us help. He's sending us the good friends, if we are willing to see it. I saw this little clip, and it's hilarious, and I want you all to read it. You might have a good laugh. The charger says, why do we have to stay connected even in the middle of the night? The phone says, because it's our connection helping them to stay connected. Who knew, other than best friends, the chargers and the phones could be cupids too? You getting the joke, right? That's how we made our lives. We are depending on the phones to create love for us. We are depending on the chargers to give us Cupid. Aha, I found my love of my life, you know? That's what we have done to our lives. It's very automated. It's very artificial. So the next question is, why is friendship so important in Krishna consciousness? Why is friendship one of the 26 qualities of Vaishnava behavior? If any of you have this book, and I highly, highly recommend this book, and it's written by Satsrup Maharaj, taken from the Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. It's called the 26 Qualities of a Vaishnava Behavior. Amazing, amazing book. One of the 26 qualities, and I think it's quality number 22 or 23, is a devotee is a friend, Maitra. So why is friendship so important in Krishna consciousness? Each devotee must allow the inherent all attractiveness to come through good behavior. Each of us have that. You know, we've heard this, right? We are parts and parcels of Krishna. We have heard that term. That is the attractiveness within us that has to come out of us to build spiritual friendship with each other. That's what we have to do. Let it come out. We all have it. It's just been sleeping for many, many, many lifetimes. So let it come out, that attractive quality of friendship, so that we can develop good behavior and strong spiritual friendship. Number 2, true friendships between devotees create healthy environment. So we have to ask ourselves, do we want a healthy environment to grow spiritually? Then we have to have true friendship. Imagine if each of us here have just one good, true friend. We will be in cloud 9, like flying butterflies. Ooh, you know, very happy, right? Imagine this whole temple filled with really amazing good friends. Wow. That is Krishna consciousness. Number 3, that Bhakti Yoga is 100% personalism. 100%. Not 99%, not 98%, not even 99.99%. 100% personalism. And personalism means relationships. If the husband and wife are not personal, there isn't a marriage. It'll fall apart, right, Mona? It'll fall apart. So if there is personalism between husband and wife, between father and child, between mother and child, the same thing happens in friendship. We have to be personal. We have to be real to get the best relationship. That is Bhakti Yoga. That is completely Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga means personalism. Personalism means relationship. Bhakti Yoga means devotional service. And who are we performing service to? Krishna and his devotees. Now we have to build a relationship to do service. That's what it is. Personalism is relationships, allowing ourselves to express the human emotions of caring and love. We all need care. We all need love. How many of us really feel that we do not need love? I'm in the right group. Thank you. How many of us feel like we can do without care? No. We all need care and love. That is part of Bhakti Yoga. That is the process of bhakti. Bhakti means devotion. Bhakti means devotion. Devotion involves love and care. Love and care. We have to remember that. Bhakti involves love and care, and that is personalism. Being personal, being real to form a relationship. You know, like there was one person that told me 3-4 years ago, said to me, you know, Mataji, rather than having devotees vacuum the carpet, meaning in the temple room here, why don't we get a robot vacuum? I said, who's getting the mercy, the machine or you? Where's the mercy? Do we want the mercy or do we want the machine to get the mercy? Who to get the mercy? Right? We need the mercy. The machine doesn't need the mercy. The machine doesn't even understand the language of mercy. It's just a machine put together by some engineers. No offense, engineers, but I'm just speaking, you know. The machines don't understand the language of love and mercy. It's we that need mercy. Like we've heard of the Cheto Darpana Marjanam. The more we clean, the more it cleans our hearts. Same thing. So it's not going to clean the heart of the robot vacuum that it just needs once in a while, just dump the dirt out and put it back in. That's about it. What does it know, whether I'm clean or not? We need to clean our hearts, not the robot vacuum. So I told this devotee, no, we need the mercy, not the machine. It's, you know, imagine, it crossed my mind, and I said, I hope that day doesn't come. Imagine that we hire robots to cook the Sunday feast. What do you guys think? Say again, exactly. Tasteless and saltless. Yeah, absolutely. Imagine having robots cooking the Sunday feast. Hare Krishna, I will not come for that Sunday feast. Definitely I'm going to skip it. I'll go home and cook my own food. Seriously. But the world is coming to that. We think that the machines is going to give us comfort. No, it's going to make us lazy. It's not going to give us the opportunity to clean our hearts and to get the love and mercy. That is Bhakti Yoga. Friendship in Krishna consciousness is the most meaningful opportunity for personal development. Because it's in friendship where we learn to remember the Lord. Friends, Krishna conscious friends remind us to remember the Lord. Not the material friendships where we go for this party, the weekend party, the women's party, the men's party, the bowling party, the happy hour. No, it doesn't. All that happens there is problems and gossips. I know know that. That's not two ways about it. It's known. So it is the Krishna conscious friendship that helps us to personally develop our Krishna consciousness. The last point is really important, and I really want us to read one word at a time and digest it. Krishna conscious relationships in this world serve as a preparation for associating with the Lord and his devotees when we return back to Godhead. So that means when we have Krishna conscious relationships with the devotees, it's preparing us how to make friends, how to hang out with the devotees in the spiritual world. This is our school of love. We learn here. This is our, when there's people that go for training, the army camps, the navy camps, whatever, they go for training, right? The reserve for training. This is our training ground. Our training ground is to learn how can I relate to the devotees of the Lord very, very nicely, openly, so that when I go back to Godhead, I know what it means to have a Krishna conscious relationship. It doesn't happen automatic. Okay, am I going to have friends here, but when I go back to Godhead, I'm just going to be the best of friends. Oh, no, you're not. You're going to come back here again. We learn here. This is where we learn. This is the school of love. Devotee friendships. Devotee friends stick together. Even in difficulty, we stick together. We do not give up. Does it really exist? Well, it does. And I'm not saying it theoretically, it actually does. Devotees' friendships stick together even in difficulty. We don't drop them like a hot potato. They worship Krishna together. They serve and chant together. Sometimes they are forced to go to jail together. You want to hear a story? How many of you have known that devotees have gone to jail together? Okay. We are enjoying, that's the lack of a better word. Many of us here are literally, we have it really, really, really easy. Krishna consciously, we got it very easy. Every Prabhupada disciple, whether they were sannyasis or not, many of them have gone to jail together. Why? Because they were on the streets, chanting Harinam, doing book distribution. At that time, in the old days, it was a no-no. It was like a taboo, like a facade. You just cannot, they were not very open at that time. So they would put devotees to jail. Many devotees have gone to jail. Many. If you read the story, it will break your heart to the point where you'll think, oh my God, here I'm complaining. They have gone worse than me, and here am I complaining for every small thing. I just found out, which I forgot until my husband reminded me, that one of my godbrother went to Brazil or Mexico in South America, and he ran into one devotee, and he found out that my godbrother was a disciple of my spiritual master. And he said to him, is your spiritual master Bhaktitirtha Swami? He says, yes. I remember that man when he was Ganesham Das, before he became a sannyasi. He says, we were in jail together in Romania. He said, what? Why were you in jail in Romania? Because we were preaching Krishna consciousness on the street, and they put us in jail. And then this devotee, I forgot his name now, because he's a sannyasi now, but when he was not a sannyasi, his name was Chitraketu Prabhu. He said, but you know what? Your spiritual master, even in jail, he wasn't disturbed. He was chanting his rounds with full focus. If we were in jail, we would think, oh my God. Priya's laughing at me. We were thinking, oh my God, I'm in jail. I got to do this. My kids are this. I'm going to be here. Whatever. 10 million thoughts. Balabhadra Prabhu, when they were preaching in Atlanta, he was with Vishnujan Swami on the streets in Atlanta, and they were put to jail for 4 days because they were chanting Harinam on the streets. And Vishnujan Prabhu, being as elevated as he is, he was preaching Krishna consciousness to the jailer. And he was able to give one Bhagavad Gita while being in jail. They do go to jail together. That is called friendship. That is the depth of spiritual friendship. Are we willing to be caught with another devotee and go to jail, or will we say, you know what, officer, I'm innocent, it's all him, put him in jail? That's the test of friendship. But devotee friendship, we do not give up. And yes, there are stories and stories and stories of many of Prabhupada's disciples have gone to jail together because of Krishna consciousness. Do they regret it? No, they don't. It made them even stronger. It really is real. It really is real. It's not a fairy tale like Beauty and the Beast or Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. It's really, really, really real. Many of them have gone to jail. Okay, not. So, and the last point is, Shri Nita Guru Chandra ki, Jagannath Subhadra ki jai. And we help each other like pilots. And we all know, if you go in a plane, there's more than one pilot. True or false? Right? There's more than one pilot. Why is there more than one pilot? Because it takes two pilots to help to do the takeoff of the ground. The buddy system. It takes two pilots to take the plane off the ground. Same thing in Krishna consciousness. We need a buddy system. And friendship, devotee friendship is always eternal. It's so important that we really develop Krishna conscious devotee friendship. Now we have talked about what is a good friend? Where do we find one? You know, what is a true friendship? And we talked about how we can find one. So let's flip the coin over and ask ourselves, am I a good friend? Let's flip the coin and ask ourselves, am I a good friend? Am I trustworthy? Right? Do I understand the feelings of others? Am I empathetic? Am I a good listener? Can I feel another person's pain? Am I reliable when I need the most? Am I sensitive? Do I care and love deeply? It's very easy to find a good friend with those qualities, but it's very difficult to see if we have those qualities. Like attracts like. Like attracts like. If we want a good friend of those qualities, we have to have the same qualities. That's how it works. That's Krishna conscious friendship. So we have to ask ourselves, you know what? I'm looking for all this in another friend, but do I have those qualities? And if we don't, we have to work on it. Because that is Bhakti Yoga. That is Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is not, okay, you have all those qualities, so you're my good friend. But I don't need to have those qualities because I'm Paramahamsa. Right? I'm elevated. I don't need it. No, no, no. We have to work on ourselves to develop those qualities because that is our Bhakti Yoga for our Krishna consciousness. It's a two-way street. It's not one way. So we always have to ask ourselves, I want a particular friend that has all these qualities, but do I have those qualities? That's what I have to ask myself. And if I don't have those qualities, then how can I expect a good friend? Because the thing is that Krishna may send a good friend, but if we don't have those qualities of a good friend, we will not recognize the good friend, and what happens is the friendship falls apart. Like if one marriage partner is not on the same level with the other marriage partner, and one marriage partner is giving and giving and giving and giving and giving, and the other one is taking and taking and taking and taking and taking, it ends up in divorce. In order for the marriage to succeed, both partners must give equally. Both must sacrifice. Both must put the work in it. Both must make the effort to develop those qualities. Then only the marriage will work. If not, it's not going to work. Same thing with friendship. We can look for the good friend, but do we have those qualities? And we have to ask ourselves, I'm lacking in this. Let me work on it. Be honest. Be clear. I don't have this. How can I develop this? I'm not a good listener. How can I become a good listener? I can't feel another person's pain. How can I feel another person's pain? But it begins with Bhakti Yoga. And what is that key point in the Bhakti Yoga that can really help us to develop those qualities? What do you think? Can we have the women not talk at the back there, please? What do you think will help develop those qualities? Sadhu Sangha is one. That's a good one, actually. Very simple answer. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The more we chant the holy name, the more it's going to clean our hearts. And the more it cleans our hearts, the more we see, oh, I'm not a good listener. Let me work on that. I can't feel another person's pain. I need to work on that. How can I become a deep lover of the Lord and His devotees? Let me work on that. Only by the holy name. That is the beginning stages. To develop the good friendship quality is to chant the holy name and clean up the heart. But the heart won't be clean and it's all done. It's a continuing process. It's a continuing process. I want to play a very short video by Radhanath Swami. Beautiful, and I request devotees to really, really hear attentively. It's really, really amazing.
It is the highest blessing of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in our lives to have friendship in the association of devotees. We should not take it lightly or for granted. It has taken us millions and millions of births, suffering birth, old age, disease, and death, to finally come to the point where the doors to the spiritual world are being opened before us through friendship and the association of devotees. If we cannot make friendships, we are rejecting the mercy the Lord has given us. And the only way to have a lasting friendship in the association of devotees, we must rise above all these dualities and all these temporary mental and physical differences. Real union is, I love you and I respect you because you are Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's devotee. And please help me. I need your help. And in whatever way I can serve you, I will help you. We will speak about Krishna together. If you're down, I'll help you out. If I'm down, please help me out. We'll remind each other of Krishna. We'll encourage and enthuse each other in our devotional services. We'll help each other physically, mentally, spiritually, on every level to protect each other from Maya. We'll take prasad together. We'll exchange gifts together. We won't criticize each other. We'll forgive each other. We'll encourage each other. We'll raise our arms together, dance in kirtan, and together our hearts will become one as we humbly cry out the Lord's Prayer.
Wasn't that powerful? That is the essence of devotee friendship. If we cut one point, Maharaj said, when we reject friendship, we are rejecting the mercy of the Lord. That's pretty powerful. When we reject devotee friendship, when we do not have deep, long-lasting devotee friendship, we are rejecting the mercy of the Lord. It's not my words. I'm quoting what Radhanath Swami said. It's really important how we can get deep in devotee friendship. What I would like to do right now is I would like to ask the devotees, 2 from here and 2 from here, examples of devotee friendship that we know. And who has the mic? Can you pass the mic around, Aditya? If we can have 2 men and 2 women to share their example of devotee friendship and the lesson in it.
Hare Krishna.
Haribol.
It was a very nice class. Talking about like a spiritual friendship. I remember hearing a devotee was talking about initial days, how the preaching was done in Pune. I think it was Gaurang Prabhu's class itself. He was talking about Radhesham Prabhu and his journey in Pune. And like Radhesham Prabhu was always into Shastras and talking Krishna consciousness. So Gaurang Prabhu used to cook and like khichdi, a big pot of khichdi. They both used to sit on the cycle. Gaurang Prabhu will, pedal it. Radhesham Prabhu will sit behind him. They both will go to a place and do the preaching. So Radhesham Prabhu will be giving class, and prepare for classes, and side by side Gaurang Prabhu will be preparing khichdi, and they will go together. So, how they spread this Krishna consciousness, together. So, like that, I feel like, serving the Lord together is also comes in there. And of course, all the time they keep on sharing things, what's going on, what is going on in Pune temple goes to Mumbai temple, is implemented there. If something good happens in Mumbai temple, it is implemented in Pune temple. So they keep on sharing ideas and stuff like that. So yeah, I remember that.
Yes, both of them are like Ram Lakshman, I feel.
And they both started together,
Yeah.
The journey started together.
Very nice. Very nice example. Thank you. One more from the men's side on an example of a devotee friendship and lessons that inspired you or we can learn from it that you know of. Don't be shy. One more man. Aditya, you tell me. Give it to Jit Mitra, he knows. Then I'll come back to you. You're out of the hook.
One I know is when I was reading Black Lotus, the friendship between Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj and Radhanath Swami Maharaj, especially during the last days of Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj, when he was passing away in 2005. One story I know in particular was Radhanath Maharaj was being requested by New Vrindavan because they were having a lot of issues to come and resolve their management issues. And it was like top priority, like in all of his agenda, like different temples has different problems, but that was like the number one thing. And Radhanath Maharaj, in his head, he was ready to go. And that morning he goes to Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj to ask permission. And before he can even ask, Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj is like, can you stay here some more time? So almost as if he knew or something. And obviously Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj's condition was very, very bad. He like he had lost a lot of weight, and also like one time he was lifting a suitcase, so his collarbone broke.
That's the beginning of when he went off. It happened 1 year before. He went to the hospital to pick up a suitcase when he was waiting for the waiting room, and when he went down, it just snapped. So it was like a year before he passed away, but yeah.
Yeah, so seeing him lying there, and Radhanath Maharaj didn't say, he was like, Maharaj, anything, whatever you say. So in fact what happened was, the meeting was held in Gita Nagari. Everyone came over from New Vrindavan.
Yes.
But Radhanath Maharaj gave a 5-hour class few months after the passing in somewhere, I think Mumbai or Pune, I don't know. Pune. A 5-hour class where he remembered like each and every event. If somebody is remembering each and every event, that means like he really cared for that person. So it really showed. And that was just one of the stories. He said so many stories.
Yeah, they had a very close devotee friendship. Very, very, very deep. He was there for 3 months actually, day and night. Thank you. Thought of something, Aditya?
I want to add to that. So, he just didn't stay around. They would discuss Krishna Katha every day. On a daily basis, I think hours together, they will be sitting together, and I think Radhanath Maharaj used to, talk about different pastimes, and they will be laughing. And I remember him recollecting that Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj was in pain, but he couldn't control his laugh, so he used to still be smiling and like that. So I feel like we should also not just talking about difficulties, or talking about, I got this, new dress, and this is very nice. Of course, this should be there, but additionally, we should be discussing or do some book reading together, or chanting together, hearing together. So maybe sharing, you heard some new class today. One friend hears a good class and he feels, this is so nice. So we can share it with the other friend. So that, I feel most of the times helps out, to develop stronger bonds.
Deep, long-lasting friendships.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Good points. Diti, you thought of something? Not yet? Okay. Then I'll come to the women. The women are not off the hook. I'm
So
going to make them talk.
Sanatana Goswami used to go from village to village, and he would personally interact with all the Brajavasis there. So much so that it's actually described that Srila Sanatana Goswami would talk even on mundane topics, to ask them how is their shetkari or their farming is doing, how their family is doing, how their children is doing. And it's a little bit unheard of, because most devotees, at least from we get from NOI, is that we shouldn't waste time talking on mundane subjects. But here Sanatana Goswami is setting the example that actually when we love, especially a Brajavasi, we have that friendship with all sorts of aspects. And so the connection there is that Sanatana Goswami used to, when he would leave, all the devotees there would beg him to stay one day. But Sanatana Goswami being Goswami, he would only stay for 1 day there, so he would go. But this is how he would go across village to village. And in fact, on Guru Purnima, everybody does Govardhan Parikrama for Sanatana Goswami around Govardhan, because Sanatana Goswami is remembered to do so much Govardhan Parikrama, because that's what he used to do even in his old age. So yeah.
Very nice. You reminded me of something where Prabhupada one time was out with his devotees in a racing car area, and there was one guy who was on the motor car, on a motorbike, took a break, and Prabhupada wanted to go speak to this motorbike driver. And the devotees told him, Prabhupada, what are you going to talk to him about? He says, no, let me go do some small talk. Prabhupada went and spent an hour with that person. And when Prabhupada came back, the devotees asked him, Prabhupada, what did you talk to him about? Did you make him a devotee? Did you give him Bhagavad Gita? Prabhupada said, no, I just spoke about motorbikes for 1 hour. Nothing wrong in that. That's how we build deep, long-lasting friendship. It wasn't gossip. Gossip is when we talk about other people and we go, backbiting and mundane. This is not. Prabhupada is trying to make a connection, an opportunity to see, okay, let me make a connection and go deeper. It wasn't gossip. So we have friendship that you know of and the lessons that you learned or inspired you from it. I know the women can talk. I am a witness of that. Before I call, please pick up, raise your hand, because I know everybody here can talk. One devotee pastime, devotee friendship that we know of, that we have an example that can say, go ahead.
Hare Krishna. There is a Mataji, a Prabhupada disciple. She passed away, I think, 2-3 years ago in Mayapur. She's the head seamstress for Radha Madhav and
Rama Mataji.
Mother Rama Devi.
Mother Rama, yeah.
She, there was like a short documentary done on her as she was making the Gopashtami outfit for Radha Madhav and the Ashtasakhis. And in that documentary, for the most part, she runs the entire operation, and she has one other kind of right-hand man who's a local Bengali devotee, not initiated or anything, but since there are a lot of Bengalis in the area. I forgot his name off the top of my head, but what's funny is he doesn't know a word in English, and she's American. She's from the West, and she moved to Mayapur, got initiated and everything, but he doesn't know a word in English, and she knows very little Bengali. But those two together, they run the entire operation of making all the deity outfits for Radha Madhav. And watching their interaction was kind of funny because while they were interviewing, he had no idea what she was saying because she was saying in English, but she was praising him the whole time. And then when it was his turn to be interviewed, he could just say good things about her, and he was talking so fast in Bengali, she had no idea what he was saying. So even though they have a barrier of number one, age difference, because he was so much younger than her, she was probably in her 70s and 80s. And background because she's from the West and he's Bengali, Shuddha Bengali, and doesn't know English. Still, they're able to have such a good friendship of over 14 years. And he was 30 in the video, and he started helping her when he was 14 years old.
Wow.
And he would she was saying how he would come when there were floods in Mayapur and they were almost 13, 14 feet high. He would get a canoe and just canoe himself to the place where they would make the outfits. They have a building, but it's on the second floor. So he would canoe himself to the place and do all the sewing. And so it's I thought that was really sweet.
Wow. Two people don't speak the language became the best of friends. Who would ever guess that? In service of the deities. One speaks Bengali, not a word in English. One speaks English, not a word in Bengali, but they served together for 2 decades. Amazing. Very nice. Yes. Saira.
Hare Krishna.
Hare.
So I started reading a book about one of Srila Prabhupada's very the first disciples, when he came to America. I can't.
What book is it?
I can't think of the name off the top of my head. But I started reading it, and it shared about how previously before this devotee was this devotee at the time was probably 24, I'm pretty sure, and. So before, he had, he was, on some kind of sports team in his, high school and college. So he was, working, he was doing that. But he remembered, in the book it said, he would go party all the time and all this stuff. And then slowly, all his friends, left him. his friends, like they like moved on with their lives and all this stuff, and that they didn't really keep in contact with him, and he like was still like all going to these parties, and like he was getting drunk and all this stuff. And then he was like, I need to like fix my life and get like, because he got in jail. And then he was like, once he got out of jail, he was like, I need to fix my life, I need to get my act together. So then he like moved to New York, where he like used to go to Srila Prabhupada, I'm pretty sure New York, where Srila Prabhupada held his like small like classes in like the small apartments, and like would like, even if it was like 1 roti or 2 rotis, he would like share it with everybody, right? And that's where like I was like, he was like starting to build like a bond with Srila Prabhupada, like, and that was like an example for me, because I was like, even like this like small situation, the small apartment where Srila Prabhupada is giving these lectures, he's having such a huge effect on this one devotee, and that like really like stuck out to me.
Wow. Very nice, Ira. Very nice. Very, very nice realization. I wanted to end with this, and I cannot mention the names because I don't think it's really nice. There was one devotee, my kids know who I'm talking about. There was one devotee that just got recently initiated in Delaware, and I was told, and I will tell this, and you're always going to get a good laugh, majority, More than how many percent? 75% of the graffitis that you see in Philadelphia was done by this one guy who finally gave it up and got initiated last year by Kalakanta Das Prabhu. Imagine that. He did all the graffiti in all the bridges in Philadelphia. So when you go to Philly, you know, okay, the graffiti is this guy. He gave it up, got the mercy of Prabhupada, moved to Delaware, became a brahmachari, and he just got initiated last few months. And to know that this guy was the cause of all the graffiti, Prabhupada works. These are the results of deep, long-lasting friendship that we have to find within ourselves and with the devotees to help us grow in our Krishna consciousness. It's really, really, really important, because friendship is one of the 26 qualities of a Vaishnava behavior. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Thank you so much. We will go with Guru Puja, followed by the main arati. Hare Krishna. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma
भगति समा बंदमुई सावधान माते बंदमुई सावधान माते जहर प्रसाद भाई ए भवतरिया जाय कृष्ण प्राप्ति हो जहा है ते कृष्ण प्राप्ति हो जहा है ते गुरुमुख पद्मावत्या चिते ते करिया क्या आरना करी हो माने आशा आरना करी हो माने आशा श्री गुरु चरणे रति ऐसे उत्तम गति जे प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा जे प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा चक्षुदान दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चक्षुदान दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अभी जभी नाशा जाते प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अभी जभी नाशा जाते वेदे गाय जहाँ चरित वेदे गाय जहाँ चरित श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनार बंधु लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवाना लोकनाथ लोकेर जीवाना हा हा प्रभु कोरा दया दे हमारे बाला छाया प्रभु कोरा दया दे हमारे बाला छाया प्रभु करो दया दे हमारे पादा छाया प्रभु करो दया दे हमारे पादा छाया ए बेजास सूत्र भुवाना शिल प्रभुपाद पतित पावाना जय प्रभुपद 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 शील प्रभुपद जय जय प्रभुपद 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 जय प्रभुपद निताय हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशकारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada. Nitagara Haribo 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 Nitagara Haribo. Nitagara Haribo 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 Gara Haribo. Haribo 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 Haribo. Haribo 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 Haribo. Nitagara Haribo 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 Nitagara Haribo. Nitagara Haribo 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 Nitai Gaur Premanande.
Jayam Vishnupad Paramhansa Privajagacharya Stotra Satasisi Maharaj Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayam Vishnupad Paramhansa Privajagacharya Stotra Satasisi Maharaj Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Ananta Goti Vaishnavind Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sudvaita Gadadha Shivacharya Gaur Bhaktavind Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyam Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Vrindavan Dham Ki Mathura Dham Ki Navadvip Dham Ki Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jagannath Swami Ki Ganga Mai Ki Jamuna Mai Ki Tulsi Devi Ki Bhakti Devi Ki Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Samaveda Bhaktavind Ki Nitai Gaura Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the lotus feet of Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Gaura Shri Guru.
Namaste Narashimhaya. Namaste Narashimhaya. Shilatankan khalaye Shilatankan कान खालाए ईतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह ईतो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह बाहिर नरसिंह हृदय नरसिंह बाहिर नरसिंह हृदय नरसिंह नरसिंहमादिं शरणा प्रपदे नरसिंहमादिं शरणा प्रपदे तव कर कमलवरे नखामद्भुत शृङ्गार दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद
श्री श्री विघ्न विनाशक नृसिंहदेव भगवान की जय, श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की, ताय गौर प्रेमानंदे।
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaurachandra ki, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra ki jai. I want to welcome devotees for a Sunday program. We thank you all for coming out. And just want to mention a few announcements so that we can keep in our calendars. It's going to be a little busy. February, the last week of February is going to be pretty busy. And lots of festivals happening within a span of, I think, 9 days, 8-9 days. So February 21st is the appearance day of Lord Nityananda. Nityananda Trayodasi ki. It's going to be an evening program. It starts Wednesday at 6 p.m. in the evening. So please do block your calendars. We really want to start on time because it's a working day and we want to respect every devotee's time. But it takes collective respect, not just one person being on time and every one of us are late. Then the whole purpose is diffused. So we all want to be here on time, not just one person, so that we can start on time and end on time and we're working the very next day. There will be Abhishek that evening of the small Gonatai deities, and so we welcome you to please participate in the full Abhishek. That there will be a short talk on Lord Chaitanya. He's the embodiment of compassion, and he's even the original spiritual master. So it will be very nice if we could hear a short talk while the deities are being dressed, and there will be very nice Aarti, Kirtan, and Prasadam. So please do block your calendar for Wednesday, February 21st. Thank you. February 21st. Followed by Sunday, February 25th is the first year of Nitai Gaurachandra's appearance. We will have Brahmotsav Pushpa Abhishek of Nitai Gaurachandra on that day. So we will have the flower Abhishek for them on that day and have the full bathing for them a month later. The reason being, as we mentioned last week, is we have to paint them before the actual Abhishek. That takes about a few days to paint them before the Gaur Purnima. And we don't want to do it before and after, it's going to ruin. They need time to dry out. So this month on the 25th, we will have the Pushpa Abhishek of Nitai Gaurachandra. They will come off the altar. So the devotees will get their mercy, and we'll have Pushpa Abhishek of them. We have a few nice programs lined up for that evening. So please do mark your calendar. It's a Sunday at 4:30 same time, so please do block your calendars for that. Now 4 or 5 days later is the appearance of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. That's on a Thursday, February 29th. As we mentioned in the class, this year is his 150th appearance of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and we mentioned on February 8th in India, a stamp was released with his picture on it in India. So we're very fortunate to have our grandfather's spiritual master stamp as one of the official stamp in India. That's mercy, completely mercy. We should be humbly proud actually about that, really humbly proud. So nice to see ISKCON being glorified in that way. So please, it's an evening program also, Thursday evening. We will have Pushpanjali of him, and we will take the picture off there and put him on Prabhupada's altar. So please, and we have a nice talk. Those of us who don't know the depth of who he is, please, this is a good time to really learn who he is. Like we have learned about our fathers, our grandfathers, our great-grandfathers, and great-great-great-grandfathers. We know, sometimes people spend time and money to do what they call it, the ancestry tree or something like that. So as Vaishnavas, we should know the ancestry of our parampara system. So please do come for that on February 29th. Which is a Thursday. Gaur Purnima falls on Sunday, March 24th. And that, go ahead. Thank you.
And that is when we will have the full Abhishek of Nitai Gaurachandra. Full meaning full Abhishek. And it's going to be a very nice program, so please do look out for that too. So it's going to be quite a bit of festivals next coming week. And one last reminder, we talked about that 2-3 weeks ago in our classes, that April 27th is what festival? 8-hour kirtan. Thank you, Manidhar. We have to block 8 hours of our lives. We do it for so many other reasons that are material. Come and soak up the holy name for 8 hours. And I guarantee you, you will leave this place feeling in cloud 9. It has happened. I've experienced it with my God family. It's beautiful. The holy name can crack the heart and shed some tears. It's really powerful. It's really powerful. I'm not joking. So please come April 27th, Saturday, 8 hours of kirtan. We have a lot of singers coming from different cities and states. It's a wonderful time for us to really take the busy schedule and block it so we can really experience this pure, sweet, holy name for 8 hours. It's really, really powerful. It's sacrifice. I get that. We got to make changes, but you have 2 months' notice, 2.5 months actually, to make the changes, find a babysitter, do it at the groceries one day earlier. If any of you have any concerns of how to make it happen, come see me. I'll change your roster for you, and I'll make it happen. I've done that. Please come and tell me your problems or why you cannot do it that day, and I'll change your whole roster where you can be here at 8 hours. I can guarantee it. It really, really works. It's very powerful. Please block your calendars for that. Before we end, I'm going to ask Syra to do the prasadam prayers, and then we'll go straight into our prasadam downstairs. Haribol.
Mahaprasade Govinde Nama Brahmane Vaishnave Sarpa Punya Vitam Rajam Vishwasunya Vijayate Sarira Vidyaja Jatendriya Taeka Jive File Vishesagare Karamate Jivayati Ubermai Supermati Takita Katin Sansare Krishna Bharadaya Moy Tori Vare Divajay Mahaprasadam Lilobai Ayana Metabao Radha Krishna Gunegao Prem Thakur Chaitanya Nitai Jai Mai Jai Nitai Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Mahaprasadam ki Jai Jai Shri Radhe Jai Jai Shri Jai Jai Shri Radhe Prasadam is served downstairs. Haribol.
I think I broke your phone. I broke your watch. Press some button. Black and white. Yeah, like. I was like, well, the watch is broken.
সম্পদে বিপদে জীবনে মরণে দায় মম গেলা তুয়া ও পদ জন্মাবিময়ে ইচ্ছা যদি তোর ভগত গৃহে জমি জন্ম জন্মাবিময়ে ইচ্ছা যদি তোর ভগত গৃহে জনি জন্ম কীট জনম যথা তুয়া দাস বহির্মুখ ব্রহ্ম জন্মে নাহি আশ কীট জনম যথা তুয়া দাস বহির্মুখ ব্রহ্ম জন্মে নাহি আশ ভুক্তি মুক্তি স্পৃহা বিহীন যে ভক্ত লভ হইতে তাকো সঙ্গ অনুরাগ জনক জননী দ্বৈত তনয় প্রভু গুরুপতি তুহু সর্বময় জনক জননী দ্বৈত তনয় প্রভু গুরুপতি তুহু সর্বময় ভগতি বিনোদ কহে শুনকান রাধানাথ তুহু হামারো পরাণ ভগতি বিনোদ কহে শুনকান রাধানাথ তুহু হামারো পরাণ মানস দেহ গেহ যো কিছু